What's up, YouTube? I'm in Montreal. This is Excel Honda. It's I'm not sure about the name of the street. It's maybe something like, um, but it's not far away from. Let's just point you. That's right there. It's Decari, and about the orange julep is not far away from here. But what I have seen here, the reason I'm making this very video, and I'm getting a bit emotional. It's I haven't had this one is the CRX. I don't know how to pronounce it in English, and it looks to me, I'm not sure if it's the second generation, perhaps the second generation, because I don't remember having seen. So it's an, we call it this EF generation. I don't remember having seen this piece above the bumper. My car was a 91 sedan Honda Civic, which is basically more or less the same car except for the engine. And my car didn't have this plastic on the top of the beige. Maybe it's just, I'm curious, would be, no, it's left side steering wheel, so it's not a Japanese import. I'm sorry, it's all closed now, and I was just passing by, and I really wanted to film it. Perhaps 14 inches wells, which were pretty big at the time. 13 inches was the base. But I'm looking at the headrests. Can I zoom in? No, I cannot. The headrest, this must be for, I would say, maybe, is it a, anyhow, you will see, you will tell us in the comments. Maybe this is the second generation, but I knew my 91 had different headrests, the next generation of those. So by the headrest itself, I know this is not the same generation as my 91 sedan Civic. Anyhow, so it looks to be, obviously it's a 4-cylinder, but it looks to be 12 valves. So that's gonna make it 3 valves per cylinder, and I'm going to guess it's a one, is it a 1.6 VTEC? I'm going to guess. You have the distributor right there, intake. So I'm going to guess it's a 1.6. You see they have it on the booster for the battery. They are selling it, and it's not easy to see from this angle if this is really original paint or not. I'm just looking a little bit of the that sealant that they put in it. I can see the serial number, it's right there. So anyhow, it's basically it's 1st of January. I went out to it, and 1st of January 2023. If you ever are somewhere in Quebec province, and it's on sale from this angle. I would say the price Canadian looks to be a 20, and the second digit, it's hard to see from here. I'm going to guess between 5 and 9, so between maybe 25 29 thousand Canadian dollars. Definitely looks clean, but that doesn't mean necessarily a lot of things. It may have been repainted. It has a sunroof, which I don't think it's a great idea, because it takes from headroom, especially from taller drivers. So I'm not sure about the year. Maybe someone is going to guess, but these are, in my opinion, landmarks vehicles in Honda history. In my opinion, these were the the most achieved vehicles that Honda ever did. Obviously, they have been. It's no longer a modern car, but at that time, I think Honda never put this much money, this much engineering, this much refinement into a car ever since. It's just my opinion. So again, I did have a 91 sedan, which I really loved, and I'm seeing from this angle, it looks to have the original steering wheel, which is obviously no airbag. But I would say that the steering wheel was the worst part of this car, because it was way too big, and I did throw away mine, and I put a sports one. I'm not sure the diameter back in the days, maybe 12 inches or so, 12 13, and that completely transformed the handling on this car. It was just amazing with a small steering wheel and everything else absolutely stock, even 13 inches well on my car at that point. Okay, so if you ever are looking for a this is extremely rare in Quebec to find something like this. It's a province with harsh winters, so the vast majority of these cars are right now being already recycled. So finding one like this, it's really extremely rare. Maybe you can still find them, but it's extremely rare here in Canada. Okay, so again, Honda Excel. It looks like they have S2000s too, at least two of them. Basically, with the S2000, Honda wanted to bring back the SI era somehow, but from what I've seen on internet forums, it was a nice car, it was a good car, reliable car, but the fact that you got those revs, the engine power mostly above 6,000, 7,000 RPM all the way up to 9,000, it didn't make this car really a daily driver. So it's more like for the moments when you want to just hear the engine of a Honda screaming loud and just seeing that red line being cheated with, but other than that, maybe it wasn't the best Honda product from a functionality point of view. And these two appears to be soft top, both of them. I don't know what the prices are. I just my eyes are no longer that good. But let's just try to get the guess. I would say this one looks like $50-something thousand, and I cannot see at all the mileage from here, but they look really clear. Okay, so it's Honda Excel in Montreal, and I think you also have Honda motorcycles right there by the side. It's also an interesting place to visit. Maybe I can take you a tour. I think the street is Pare, but I'm not quite sure. But you'll find it on Google Maps. Like I said, it's 1st of January. Yes, there are a couple of fast food spots open. So it gives you an idea. It's really a lot of. It's a big showroom with. From what I remember, there surely are new models, but they also have a section with second-hand models. They also have a moped. I'm not sure how sporty are those, but it looks, this one look like pretty powerful motorcycle. I'm really 0 in motorcycle, so I cannot give you any hint what it's in the showroom. It's a bit cold today, not too cold, but I'm just shivering a little bit. So yeah, they do have mopeds too, and I can see there are some Vespas there. I did drove mopeds in Europe, and or scooters, they call them scooters too, and despite being, they look kind of childish, or if you want, girlish, but I have to say that I do have really great memories riding on those things in Europe. It's just a different thing, the sitting position. There's absolutely not a speed thing, but see those, that looks like, is that Honda? Yes, those are Honda. I was saying about the scooters that is just, I really did enjoy them, even though it seems it's not really that of a man thing or whatever. But I did really enjoy them. I would have one here in Montreal, but it's just not the place for them. Those are not for this kind of city like Montreal. All right, so this is it.